Alrighty, welcome in digital fans. It is Scott's TCG. It's Adam here bringing you a digital deck profile. Today I'm bringing you an EX3 deck profile centered around Virus Imperialdramon that was showcased in the Digimon anime. Now, you and I have both watched that, but for those that haven't, I'm not going to say too much other than I think this Digimon is really cool, and I don't think that it was showcased in the best way in the anime, and I really hope that it makes a return in the future. So we're going to be talking about Imperialdramon Dragon Mode and Imperialdramon Fighter Mode. This is an insane deck that stacks itself up to a level 6 within really one turn as long as you've got all the pieces. So I'm going to talk through all the cards and let you know and tell me what you think about them as we go on. So starting off, you've got four BT3 Demi-Meramons on deletion, draw one, trash one. Super simple card. It's been used in purple decks since it came out. Really handy. Don't need to explain much more of it. You all know it's a good card. We've got two Gazimon, which blocks memory gain for your opponent, and we've got two Psychmon that stops play cost being reduced from both sides. Things like Death X's, Crossheart, Digicross decks in general. Psychmon stops that, and because you don't do a lot of reducing play costs apart from playing your own Death X-Mon, it's a pretty good card to have. Now, this Wormmon here, this cute boy from EX3, reveals the top 3 cards of your deck. It adds a red or a purple with 3 in its traits, or it adds an Imperialdramon, because as we all know, Imperialdramon is not a free type, it is an ancient dragon, and also an ancient dragonkin, so that's why it says that. So you get to take one card, you get to trash one card, and then the other card goes at the bottom of your deck. And Wormmon's inherited as well. You've got a red Digimon in play. This Digimon gains retaliation because all of your guys are red and purple. It counts itself. Super good. Beamon is on play, draw one. On play, trash one. Draw two. So you can't trash your two Eyesmon here, but other than that, you can trash pretty much any other card in the deck apart from your options, etc. So your opening turn should be evolve into Wormmon and Raising and play out a Vmon. And then on your next turn, you'll start going into your level 4s. Now you've got 3 Eyesmon Scatter Mode on here on deletion, draw 3, trash 2. Super good. And you've got your 1 limited copy of Eyesmon, of course, because if this gets discarded when you've got a Scatter Mode in the trash, then you get to play it out. It's a really good card, as we all know. Into the EX3 bit of the deck though, you've got Shadramon, which lets you, when digivolving, digivolve one of your Digimon into a red level 4 with 3 in its traits, like right here, from your trash for its digivolution cost. Secondary effect, you get to Jogress it into something, which is pretty good, and the inherited is you get to Jogress it. Flamedramon is the exact same, except you get to digivolve into a purple level 4, and the exact same effects. Super good cards. We're going to talk about what the chain is in a moment, but we'll talk about the rest of this first. Dino Beamon is when digivolving, specifically when DNA digivolving, you get to play a Imperialdramon out without playing its cost, and on deletion play a Wormmon out. Its inheritance is you get to attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon. Pretty good. And then Imperialdramon is when DNA digivolving, you get to play, surprise surprise, a Dino Beamon out. And on deletion play a Vmon, and it gains security attack +1 while it is a Imperialdramon. Your Imperialdramon lets you Joggers from a purple level 5 and a red level 5. Oh, look at what we are playing in the deck. Pretty cool. You get to choose something. Your opponent gets to choose one of their Digimon, and you destroy every other card that they've got in their field, which is pretty good. And then you get to Blitz. If you get to Blitz while you've got a Dino Beamon under it, you can Blitz into an unsuspended Digimon, so that's what you should be doing. And then when attacking, you'll trigger this, you'll get +2k, and then it can digivolve into a Fighter Mode. Fighter Mode, when you digivolve into it, it has Piercing, so the thing that you've just blitzed into is probably dying, and you're getting to trigger the security checks. When digivolving, if you bottom deck, your level 6 dragon mode, you get to not activate security effects on cards that you check for the turn. Important note, it says cards there, not just options, all cards. All pretty good. Me like. On deletion, you get a Wormmon and a V1, so if it hits a nuke, or if it gets nuked at some point, if you're not big enough than the biggest Digimon in the game, which is Death X, then you get to play a Wormmon and a Vmon, which is pretty cool. Your level 7's 2 Death X, everyone knows what this does by now. You get to reduce the play cost on play when you get to de-digivolve and delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost at the end of the opponent's turn. Pretty good. If you've got a Psychmon in play, you cannot play this out without paying the full 20, which is never going to happen, so just be aware of that. But you can digivolve it over your Imperialdramon if you want that extra bit of power. You've got 1 Calling from Darkness because it is limited. You get to delete one of your Digimon and then return 2 purple Digimon cards from your trash to your hand. Super good. You can delete your Eismon to get some draw. It's important to note though that if you delete your Eismon scatter mode and then take back the Eismon scatter mode, you don't get the on deletion effect. But you could do that to get some draw, or you could delete one of your level 5s or 6s if you've got a play in mind. Don't know what that play would be, but if you feel the need to do it, you certainly can, and you will trigger their on deletion effects as well. The Missed Memory Boost lets you trash the top 2 cards and then draw one, and then it's got a memory delay effect. Pretty good. Deathclaw does the same thing as Calling, except you're deleting one of your Digimon to delete a level 4 or lower. So you could pop your Eismon to draw and then delete one of their level 4s that they've got out to stop them from setting up, which is pretty cool. 2 copies of Tai, which is your memory setter, and it gives all of your red Digimon with 4 or more Digivolution cards security attack +1, which if you're Jogressing up the right way, you will definitely have, and even if you evolve up the normal way, you will also probably have that as well. So you're going to be checking more security. Super good. And 3 Analog Youth, which has been good in certain decks for a while. This helps to fuel the trash, helps to get your pieces into the trash, and otherwise, yeah, it's a good card. You'll be playing this maybe turn 1, turn 2, just to fuel your trash. Yeah, it's a pretty good list. I like it. So what your combos are here. So ideally you should be evolving your Wormmon and your Raising and playing out your Vmon on maybe your turn 1, even turn 2, etc., or later in the game. And then from there, if those survive on your next available turn, or even on the same turn, you're golden. Because what you're going to do is you're going to digivolve one of your guys into your Shadramon or your Flamedramon, doesn't matter which, as long as you've got the opposing piece in the trash. Because you're going to digivolve into your Shadramon, for example, and then digivolve your other guy into your Flamedramon. Once you have digivolved, use Shadramon's first effect to digivolve your second guy into your Flamedramon, and then when digivolving your Flamedramon, you get to activate its second effect. So you're going to Jogress your Shadramon and your Flamedramon together to create a Dino Beamon, for example. And when you Jogress into Dino Beamon, you get to play a Imperialdramon out from your trash, or you get to, you know, play the Dino Beamon if you evolve into your Imperialdramon. Super good. And then once those are both out, you can trigger either Shadramon or Flamedramon's Inherited to Jogress once again into your Dragon mode. Once you Jogress into your Dragon mode, you activate the when DNA Digivolving, and then you Blitz into something, because you'll have your Dino Beamon Inherited. And then once you attack and trigger your when attacking, you then evolve into your Imperialdramon Fighter mode. So it's a super complex combo for Digimon, at least. Chaining all the way up from a level 3 into a level 6 in one turn is pretty strong. If you can do it, I think you're going to be winning your game, because it is an incredibly strong effect. It does require a lot of setup, but once you do it once, I don't think you'll have to do it again. But if you do have to do it again, say if you're Imperialdramon, so you've done all your security, but you've not been able to close the game out, Imperialdramon's sitting on the field and they Gaia Force it or they delete it somehow. So they pop this, you get to play your Wormmon and your Vmon out from its sources, because it'll be counted as being in the trash. And then as long as you've got at least one Shadramon or Flamedramon in your hand on your turn, you can, as long as these two survive, you just go straight back up into it again. It is insane. It is nutty. It is super good. I really like this deck. I don't think it's going to be too expensive to build because EX3 is the other secret rare in this set, and that deck is much more hyped, but also much more expensive. I'll have a deck profile on that coming soon for you guys, but I wanted to bring this Imperialdramon list to you first because I think it's super cool. You'll be getting a Bloomlordmon deck profile soon as well, but I don't have all the cards for it yet. I want to do a physical in-person one just to keep the content mixing up. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoy. If you've not already had a look on the Scots TCG YouTube channel, we have Win Rate 0%, which is a Scottish Digimon TCG podcast. Episode 1 is out now. It's hosted in collaboration with some of my friends, Cobb and Jason. It's super cool. Please check it out. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave a comment saying what decks you're hyped for EX3. Are you sad about the delays if you're in Europe, or in the UK rather? I know I am. Oh well, but I'll leave it there, guys. I hope you have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever. You have yourself a very jolly old time. It's nearly Christmas. Buy me Christmas gifts, please. Have a good day, folks. Bye for now.